Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Hey, Albert, again! And, yeah, so let's hope that we don't crash again. So, and unfortunately, where I started and ran from, I went out a different door than I did the first time from where we killed Dijkstra. And I didn't end up going across the same armorer, so I didn't get to sell all that stuff that I just sold. So that's kind of annoying. Not a big deal, but just enough of annoyance for me. Yeah, I wasn't thrilled. But, you know, it happens.
Ramen supper I never refuse.
There's a lot of Redanian soldiers wandering around.
Watch your step.
Scram before I lose my patience.
Alright. Meeting up with Avalok. Hello again, Matt Strail.
Wild hunt, and the Emperor will grant you amnesty.
I hope we can trust you.
You can.
What of Fringilla?
That I don't know, but I shall take it up with him.
Talking about me, ladies? Her outfit is awesome, by the way.
You barely said hello and you're already plotting something.
It's clearly in our nature.
Uh-huh.
I hear right? You convinced the Emperor to pardon them?
Provided they help us defend Ciri.
Got a hard time believing Emperor'd go in for a deal like that.
If you can't believe it, don't. I don't need you to.
I don't think we meant that to be nasty.
Bit about Fringilla. What was that? Triss told me you couldn't contact her.
Perhaps because she sits in the Emperor's dungeon, chained in Dimeritium. At least that's what Rita implied.
Albert saying, tell stories, doesn't have to be ghost stories. Alright, let me get out of the cutscene, and I'll tell a brief story of what happened to me earlier today. Well, it didn't happen to me. It's a story that I'll explain. Let me get through all this first.
Take it the Emperor forgot to tell you about this.
I don't like it. That was not our deal. When it's all over, I'll need to have a candid discussion with the Emperor. Come. They're all waiting for us.
Okay. So I'll be brief because I do want to get on with the game. So a little while earlier, I gave my son's mom a ride to where she was doing some landscaping work, and when we were on our way, we went through this one intersection downtown, and there was a guy. I don't even think he was like 30 years old. He was probably in his late 20s, and he's walking around under a overpass with like a bridge, and he's on the side of the road, and he's got a sign that says, it says, "I'm homeless. Please, I need work. God bless you." And like he looked like he was trying really hard not to cry. Like the guy, like you could tell, like he's in a bad way. And then Toby's mom noticed on the sidewalk, like he had his duffel bag, like just a tiny little bag, and on top of the bag he had a kitten. So this little kitten with like a little bowl, which I'm guessing had water in it, and it's just like hanging out there, and he's walking around and just pointing the sign, or facing the sign towards any cars that were driving by. And again, the sign didn't say, that he was looking for money or looking for handouts. It just said, "I need work." Like the guy's looking for work. And every now and then, he'd look over at the kitten, and then he just looked like he wanted to just start crying. And I was like, oh man, well that's hard. And then light changed. I dropped off Toby's mom, and on my way, after I left there, I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm not going to give this guy money, but me being a former Boy Scout, and just the way that I think you should be in life, I'm like, I'm going to try to do something for this guy. So I stopped at the Wawa, and Wawa, for those of you who aren't familiar, it's a a little convenience store. So it's like you can go in there and you can order stuff from a deli, and you can get sodas, juice, whatever the hell. There's, you know, it's a whole bunch of stuff in there. But I went in there and I got a turkey and cheese sandwich made, and I got a liter of water. I mean, the whole thing cost maybe like $3.50 or $4. Like, it wasn't much at all. So I figure one of two things is going on with this guy. Either he's in a really bad way and he honestly needs help, in which case a sandwich and a bottle of water will do him well, and he can feed his kitten some of the turkey out of the sandwich and give the, you know, make sure the kitten has water. You know, and that can go a long way for helping, you know, helping somebody lift their spirits, you know, and get them through the next day. And then on the other hand, let's say he is trying to scam people, trying to get people to give him money. Like, to be at the point that you're trying to beg money for, you know, or try to get money off of people on the street like that, your life is not going well. You know, clearly he's not in a good spot. So, again, it ain't gonna hurt me to spend, you know, maybe $4 on a sandwich and water. And even if the guy is, oh, that goddamn song. But even if the guy is like, let's just say for argument's sake, he's scamming people, like, and I know he's in a bad spot, giving him a sandwich and water could still lift his spirits and give him a moment of positivity that could help him out. Maybe that's like the spark that, you know, can get him to start getting his life together. Maybe it's just that tiny, you never know what that little spark could be to get someone to, you know, get their life turned around. So after I got the sandwich and the water, I started driving back down to where that guy was. And when I got down there were several police cars sitting around there, and the guy was gone. So either the cops hauled him away, or they made him scurry off. They like made him leave. So I'm hoping that if they picked him up and took him away, I hope that they just took him to a shelter, which there is one around the corner, and they didn't take his kitten away from him or anything like that. Because I'm sure what happened was somebody was driving by and saw, and probably called the police and said, there's a homeless guy and he's got a kitten and the kitten's going to die and blah, blah, blah. And I'm sure they freaked out. But I hope they didn't take the guy's kitten away from him, because, again, that could be his only tie to, like, you know, him having any semblance of happiness. So I was totally bummed out that the guy was gone, because I was like, I was going to give him a sandwich and water and just, you know, I mean, the intent was still there, but unfortunately he was gone and I couldn't give it to him. And I don't know what happened. So, I guess the moral of the story is basically, you know, as the, you know, the Boy Scout code is, you do a good turn daily. You know, you try to do something positive for somebody every day. And while, you know, it sucked that I wasn't able to help this guy, like, that was my intent. And while I'll never give a homeless person, I'll never give them money, or someone who's begging, like, I'll never give anybody cash. I'll never give anybody money, because you don't know what they're going to use it for. And you don't know if it's a scam. But I've got no problem giving somebody a sandwich. Or if I have, like, a little bag of chips or something, and, you know, they've got nothing, I'll give somebody a bag of chips. Give them, you know, give them an unopened bottle of water. Anything. Because, like I said, you don't know what little thing you might do that's positive, that's going to have a huge impact on someone's life. You know, like, it, because who knows? Maybe something happens to you in your life and you're in a horrible way like that. Maybe not necessarily homeless, but, like, what if, God forbid, what if a fire breaks out and your home burns to the ground and you lose everything? Like, and you have nothing. A small, like, somebody could hand you a, like, you know, like, hey, I have a bag with, like, 2 pairs of pants and a couple of shirts in it. And it may be hand-me-downs for them. It might be clothes they're not going to wear anymore, but you now have nothing. And just that little gesture, just a couple pairs of pants, a couple of, like, T-shirts or whatever, like, just that small gesture can be huge for you. And give you hope, you know, and give you the will to, like, get through what's currently a very, very difficult, trying time. You know, you never know. So, you know, it's just one of those things. Hold the door for people when you go in and out of a store. be pleasant to the person who's working the register. If you see someone who's in need, if you can help them, help them. If you know of any kind of a donation thing, like if you have places that take in, like a Salvation, well, I don't really trust the Salvation Army, but if you have, like, you know, places that help those in need by taking in food donations or clothing donations, if there's animal shelters that, you know, you can donate to, do it. You know, do whatever little things you can do to help. Doesn't mean you got to spend tons of money. You know, I book all kinds of, like, punk and metal and hardcore shows and ska shows and comedy and stuff. And a lot of times we do, you know, I'll do fundraisers, and I do a lot of charity shows, especially during the holidays. And, you know, like I do Toys for Tots, and you know, we just ask people to show up to the show and just bring an unopened toy. You can go to a dollar store, spend $5, and you can get like 5 different toys for little kids. They might not be the best top quality toys, but those are toys that kids would not have otherwise. You know, and just throw them in a box, you know, that we have. I've done clothing drives, I've done food drives, I've done you know, charity shows to raise money, like I said, for animal shelters and stuff. And you know, it means a lot. Like, even if you show up and you're like, here, I have a can of dog food, 1 can of dog food, you know, for an animal shelter, or a can of baked beans for a food drive. Like, that costs you less than $1, but it can mean the world to, you know, somebody who otherwise wouldn't have anything to eat. You know what I mean? Albert saying, you're so smart. You know, there's a stereotype that Americans are weirdos who vote for Trump and believe in Bigfoot and aliens, but it's so not true. Well, unfortunately, maybe it's not a stereotype that we all fall into, but there is too many people that do fall into that category. But yeah, you know. But I appreciate the compliment, Albert. Thank you. Okay, Avalok.
All are present. You were the last to arrive. Might we set sail?
Albert saying, you're one of the most wise and most experienced men I know, to some degree even more than my father. Well, I appreciate that, but, you know, and your father is a smart man. I definitely appreciate the compliment, but I don't put myself on any pedestal or anything like that. I'm just somebody who's lived a life, and a long time ago, I decided that, you know, like, I've never wanted to be a selfish person, and, you know, I a long time ago decided that, you know, I want to have my life make an impact on others in a positive way. And so, like, little things like that mean a lot to me. It's also why I'm in a band, why I like to, you know, do music and stuff, because that's my outlet. It's where I get a lot of crap off my chest, a lot of, like, things that bother me. I can write them down in songs and I can get it out of my system. But I also, you know that people that come to see my band play listen to what I have to say, so I try to pass off that positivity. Even though I can be pretty negative at times, like I can be a very grouchy, angry old man, you know, like that's just who I am. Like I've got a lot of demons, you know, of my past that still haunt me. But I don't mean literally, but you know what I mean. But I try not to be a reason for people becoming angry themselves. I want to be someone who can at least bring light to people's lives in some way, in whatever way that is. I mean, even if it's like, you know, doing a live stream, and, you know, I know, like, Albert, you know, you, for example, you know, you tune in, you enjoy the stream, and, you know, you enjoy being able to interact with me and stuff. And that means a lot for me, knowing that, like, hey, you're having fun. Just that. Just knowing that people can watch my stream and have fun doing it, like, that means a lot, you know? Like, that's awesome for me, knowing that, like, hey, look, what I'm doing, other people are having a good time. And having a good time is what life should be about, you know what I mean? Albert saying, yeah, you were a violent guy or just aggressive guy at some point, so what? Everyone has flaws. I do too. Exactly. You know, and I know how I was in my past, in my youth, and it's, you know, we all fuck up. We all have things, you know, that we regret doing, or maybe not so much regret as much as like, I would do things differently if I could. But, you know, you got to live in the here and now, and you got to the decisions that you make, you got to try to be as, you know, as wise to your decisions, as woke as possible. You know what I mean? Albert saying, and you, good sir, are a decent human being, and that's saying something in this society. Thank you, Albert. I appreciate that. That means a lot.
Anchors away.
Anchors away! Ooh. Cool scene. But yeah, I think that's, you know, for me, like, that's how I like to live my life. You know, your life should be enjoying it as much as you possibly can, and it's not selfish to, you know, to be doing things that make you happy. You know, because if you're doing positive things, as long as you're not doing, you know, asshole things, but as long as you're doing things the right way, you know, Albert says, in this world full of terrible human beings, and that's the thing too. That's another thing. There are a lot of really shitty people out there, but if we make the effort to be better people, then we lead by example. You know what I mean? Like, you know, if we are living our lives to do better and be good to people, then we're hopefully inspiring others to also live a positive life, do things that are right for each other, and not be tempted to fall into that selfish asshole behavior. I thought the boat was on fire at first from that other angle. I was gonna say, like, well, this is not a good boat ride if we're on fire. What? Oh, I just realized that there was a whole bunch of ships.
Well, that settles the question of His Imperial Majesty's whereabouts.
Does he aim to conquer Skellige? But he knows. Those are my friends.
He wishes to grant you the Isles, with Sintra and the rest of the Empire.
There is an upside to all this.
Is that so?
The Emperor will have to help us fight the Hunt. And we've just found Frangilla Vigo.
Oh. Yikes. Albert saying, can you tell another story? It was really good. I'll have to think of something. Well, brief, funny story is how the reason why I didn't stream at all yesterday was because I was supposed to have band practice, and we were supposed to get together at 5:30. And after work,
and find the Sunstone.
I went to bed, and I didn't wake up till almost 6.
After that.
Frangilla
So,
Vigo. We need her here.
yeah, I literally woke up, it was like 5:53, and I grabbed my phone to see what time it was, and took it off the charger, and I noticed a notification on there. There was a post in my band's group page on Facebook, and I'm like, oh, crap, I have band practice. So I was like, ah, shit. So I went to see what that post was, and it was my bass player, and he's like, oh my god, I'm actually going to be on time. So I just posted, not me! So I ended up, like, you know, 45 minutes late to practice, but not that it really mattered. I mean, we're just running through our set a bunch of times. So if you want a story, and speaking of things, you know, that are good, and I'll just tell this real quick, and then I'm getting back into the game. It's good to come out of something bad. So, my bass player Dennis, his best friend Josh, like just a couple weeks ago, because we practiced with him last Friday, and then the Friday before, so it was, I think, maybe like 3 weeks at this point. His best friend Josh died suddenly. and he died of a heroin overdose. And for those not in the United States, I can't say how bad it is in other countries, but right now in the U.S., like, opioids and heroin in particular are a really big problem right now. And heroin has been a problem for a long time, but lately it's been on an uptick, and it's been hammering a lot of people a lot more often. It's like certain areas are really bad. So like heroin's really bad, methamphetamines are really bad, and crack is making a comeback. So oh boy, how wonderful is that? So unfortunately, all this stuff is happening, and so Dennis's best friend passed away from ODing. And so naturally, as you can imagine, Dennis was completely broken up about it and worked up. And yeah, Albert's saying, "Yeah, dude, this is Denmark." Well, there you go. But right, Albert's like, "We eat crack for breakfast." But but that's the thing. It's like but over here, it's really bad because it's. The way that this country looks at drugs is different than what a lot of other countries look at drugs. And it's such a money maker in this country to put people in prison. Like, they're just now starting to decriminalize marijuana, in a lot of states. And, there's people who, they're like, we had the big 3 strikes and you're out program, which is like if you get busted 3 times for any kind of felony charge, you go to jail for the rest of your life. And that means if you get busted for having weed, for having marijuana, and if you have too much of it and you get busted with it 3 times, you go to jail for the rest of your life. Which is insane. But we have so many privatized prisons and, for-profit prisons that, well, this country is making money off of putting people in jail. So, because of that, the drug trade is a big issue, and a lot of stuff gets cut with all kinds of extra chemicals and whatnot. So you don't even know what you're putting in your body when you're doing any of this stuff. So like even weed, like you can go to Amsterdam and get all kinds of stuff, but it's relatively clean. But over here, not the case. Like you can be, I'm gonna have, like you're gonna go buy weed and you find out, oh yeah, it's laced with all kinds of crap. So who knows what the hell happened with this overdose? But at any rate, so Dennis was really worked up, and he was like, obviously I'm not gonna make it to practice this week, and we're all like, dude, that's fine. Like, do what you got to do. None of us are even gonna be remotely upset. Like, you need to take care of yourself and be with your friends, and it's totally cool. So a couple days after that, Dennis was like, and mind you, let me just take a step back. So my current band, we're still writing music. We don't plan on playing out and doing shows until the end of the summer. It's about when we guess, because we figure we want to write enough songs for a full album. We want to record. We want to make a music video just on our own, just for fun, just because I've never done a video and it would be fun to do it, and who cares? So make the most of it, right? So like we were thinking, like, yeah, we'll probably play at the end of the summer. That'll be about when we're ready. So Dennis is like, hey, he's like, I want to book a benefit show, a memorial show in Josh's name. Would you guys be cool with that? And if we played it, and of course we're all like, yeah, of course, like, absolutely we'll play. We have like, 6 songs that we're totally comfortable with playing, which is a short set. It's like 20 minutes long. So we won't be playing for a long time, but a 20-minute set, and I can jibber-jabber between songs and, to give ourselves a break and, make it like 25 minutes, in total. But, which is a fine, long enough set. But that was the whole thing that we're like, dude, absolutely. Like, we will just practice. That's why we practiced yesterday. It was like, we'll do extra practices during the week so that we can really get the songs down and really, have everything memorized and be ready to go. And the cool thing is that, Dennis was like, yeah, so he found a charity, and it's for a outreach program in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, that I can't remember the name of it off the very top of my head, but it's basically to help people with addictions and specifically people with heroin addictions and whatnot. It's like a clean needle program that's involved, and just does a lot of good, you know. So it's like, while it's horrible to lose your friend like that, and I mean I've lost too many friends over the years to all kinds of stuff, and it sucks every time. But something positive can come out of this, you know. So it's like, yeah, this is now going to be our first show, but what a good thing to have our first show be about. So I'm looking forward to that. So that'll be June 10th. So it's possible that I may post video of us playing if I can get somebody to record us. So you can maybe you guys can watch me scream and yell and give myself a heart attack. So all right. Anyway, let's get on with this. Can you teleport me onto the Emperor's ship? I don't like portals. I'm not going to say that. We don't even know what the Sunstone is.
At the moment, we don't even know what the Sunstone is.
It was created so the mountain elves could summon the vessels of the NL. Now it merely serves as a symbol of a lost opportunity to unite the two tribes.
Okay.
Truly. Can all of you be unfamiliar with the story of Gelban and Dillion of the White Fleet?
We don't know what you're talking about, dude.
Tell us, please. Absolutely love elven legends.
Gelban was a sage of the Elder Elves. He fell in love with an Enshe elf, Dillion, yet she spurned him.
That was a jest on Geralt's part.
Too late. It won't hurt any of you to know this. On the day the White Fleet was to set sail, Gelban gave Dillion a gift, the Sunstone. He believed Dillion's heart would soften in time. Once her longing for him burgeoned, she was to use the Sunstone. Though worlds away, he would return for her.
Sounds promising. Let's just hope this Sunstone proves more useful to us than it did to that elf woman.
Albert, I don't know what you're saying what about. Okay, I'm more interested in how to use it.
What I want to know is if we'll be able to use the Sunstone.
You? No. Me? Naturally. With a touch of help from the sorceresses.
Of whom some are below deck vomiting, while others remain unreachable.
And we're sure the Sunstone's in Skellige? Oh, I was laughing at what Ciri was saying to Geralt about how Geralt wasn't being serious about wanting to know the elven legends.
The Sunstone's in Skellige? How do we know that?
From legends. Elven ones. It lies where the White Fleet landed.
And Avalok was like, well, it's too
Meaning
late. Now I'm telling the
anywhere
story.
on any one of the isles. Splendid.
Ermion. I'll talk to him.
Know where he is?
I'll ask around the port. Croc's longships are moored there.
Well, I guess he is going to ask to be teleported.
Can you teleport me onto Amir's ship?
Not a chance. It's better shielded than the Emperor's alcove.
Though we could try to force our way through.
We need Fringilla in one piece.
Think they know we're here?
Emir's mages, of course.
If the matter of Fringilla Vigo were resolved, they'd probably just send her over here in a skiff.
It's far from resolved. The Emperor pledged to ensure the Lodge's safety, but...
Fringilla's a pricklier matter. She's his subject, one officially sentenced to death for treason.
You'll need to learn what Emir has planned for her, once we've found a way to toss you over to the Imperial flagship.
Toss me over?
I'll get on the Emperor's ship myself.
Plan to swim? With swords on your back? You'll get shot up like a sitting duck before you can say, the white flame dancing on the graves of his foes.
Don't panic. He'll find a way. Make your approach by night. You'll stand a better chance then. And once you're on board, show His Imperial Majesty this letter. Hand it to him directly. We should remind him what he promised, and what he'll get in return.
Okay. See
I'm
you.
off.
Good luck.
And by the way, you all, I swim in the water all the time with 2 swords on my back, so I don't know what you're all worried about. Alright, letter from Yennefer to Emir Var Emrys. Your Imperial Majesty, allow me to remind you that our arrangement encompassed all the sorceresses wishing to take part in the risky endeavor whose success is so vital to us. I find it hard to believe that in the current situation, when I have already succeeded in gathering so many members of the Lodge, you would refuse to allow Fringilla Vigo to join our company. I understand there are personal factors that make you reluctant to part with your subject, but I assure you our interests are aligned in those matters as well. I promise that I will uphold the conditions of our arrangement, despite the fact that they will demand sacrifices of me and will leave me in an unfortunate situation. I therefore request, politely yet with great insistence, that you release Fringilla. With all due respect, Yennefer. Alright. Well, that'll do. Okay. Whoop. I guess I can talk to her. Alright.
Yes, Geralt?
I don't know. Okay, see ya.
So long, Triss.
It's just a random... Oh, we can talk to these people, but it'll be about nonsense you don't need to know about. How do I get off the ship? There it is. Alright, find the sunstone. Alright, first of all, how far do I need to go to locate the sunstone? That is... Okay, that's... That's Fringilla. So I guess I can't really locate the sunstone without her first. Man, there's a long way to go over here. Alright, so I can get on a boat. And is there a harbor nearby? Anywhere? Hello? No harbors. Now that's a huge pain in the ass. Well done. Shit. Well, then I am going to fast travel to Marlin Coast as soon as I can find in conjunction to me. There we go. Alright, let's go fast travel.
Watch your step.
Heard the milk food waiting yesterday. Instead of the fish.
Oh, aye. Called one in myself. Saw him drifting on the plank. There'll always be a gold ring to put on.
Uh-oh.
Flock to the gods, so they'd send a man with the courage and strength.
What the hell is this thing? There it is. Alright, time to fast travel. Yar. Hey, my horse is over there. Isn't that a coincidence? But this is the last place I was at where I had Roach. And I left him behind to go and do whatever the hell it was that I went to do. Hello, Roach. It's been a while.
It's clearing up.
Ah, it's clearing up alright. Well, in the meantime, none of that matters because we gotta get over to those ships somehow. Yeah, of course there's not going to be an easy way to get over there. Am I seriously going to have to swim this whole way? Of course I am. Now, the other thing I said is do the approach at night. So we're going to hang out here. We'll go till 10 p.m. Even though it really won't look, it's not going to look very dark out, because it never does. Oh, it's snowing. And here we are going for the long swim. And through the fog and through the snow, Geralt swam towards his foe. It almost sounded like I did that on purpose. Okay, so I think the object here is don't go in the light. Okay, so is this the ship we want?
Hold! It's the Witcher! Emperor's orders! Stand down!
Oh, hello.
Witcher, what a pleasant surprise.
Warm welcome. Thank you, Your Majesty.
We are at war, if you've not noticed.
I've noticed. Can see the smoke from burning huts miles away.
What do you want?
Fringilla Vigo. Been told you promised Yennefer you'd free her. I can see. I know you're a busy man. So here's a letter. Ought to refresh your memory about the Lodge.
Even Yennefer's humblest requests seem like threats. I've always liked that about her. Very well, so be it.
Well, just like that, huh?
Truly prepared to forgive them? Amnesty in exchange for help?
I'm prepared to abide by the agreement I made with Yennefer.
Didn't answer my question.
Nor must I.
Yeah, he's gonna turn on them.
Time I was on my way.
At last, a point we agree on. Guards, bring me Fringilla Vigo. You may remove her Dimeritian shackles. No introductions are necessary from what I've heard. Farewell.
Fringilla. Been a while. The other sorceresses, they're on Ginvale near Ard Skellig. We could take a boat.
I'm sick to death of boats.
And you're gonna do what? Teleport yourself? Of course.
And I despise teleports. But have it your way. Let's go.
Once again, Geralt reminding you he hates teleporting. Good deal of experience points. Veni Vidi Vigo.
Fringilla Vigo. Philippa, a pleasure as always. Come now, we need none of that. Fringilla, we must speak. Oh my. Yes, Geralt?
You look good.
For a captive of Emir? Is that what you mean?
Seems like he's shown you surprising leniency. No interrogations, no torture. Or did you just tell him everything he wanted to know?
If I'd told him everything, he'd hardly still need me alive, wouldn't you say? Anyway, we shan't speak of it. I and what concerns me have not been a concern of yours for some time now.
Okay. Bye-bye.
So long.
Okay, so now we ask Krach. Ask Krach where Hermione is. Oh, Krach and Crate.
Wolf, did you see? The black dogs in their rickety tubs. They bay at our gates, seek to strike fear in our hearts.
Saw them all. Where's Hermione?
Went to see Lugas. An uncrate on the throne remains a thorn in his ass. Now he's seen the Black Ones, it pricks him even harder. The druid's gone to reason with the dim-witted knob.
Think I'll join Hermione. Great. Need to talk to him.
Go. And when you see that bloody twit Lugas, be sure and tell him... best not. The druid knows what to say. Farewell.
Okay, on we go. Sorry if that just scared the shit out of everybody. I just realized I kind of shouted into my mic. Alright, where is the fast travel point? Back over this way again.
Vacant.
There it is. All right. I remember this place.
Something I've always wondered. What do you witchers do once there are no...
What do we do when there's no more monsters? Is that what you were going to ask me?
We show heart, foes and show our backs.
I haven't been back here in a while. Not that I had any reason to.
Got me eye on you.
I'll not kneel before an Oncrite, never. That clear to you?
You prefer to aid the Black Ones?
I'd sooner aid the rights of bleeding Moorhog than let Crack rule all Skellige.
And your men, what do they say? Will they follow you when the Jarls call you a traitor?
This here's my land, Druid. Watch your words.
Would you be king by Nilfgaard's grace?
That's your bark before you bite. Did Crack send you here for my head? Well then go ahead. Try to take it. Get him.
Are you serious? Alright, well, I guess that was, I guess, maybe that wasn't the right thing to say. Meantime, I didn't even kill Lugos. Hermione did. Oh, don't do it. Don't do it. Hermione, you're in my way. Alright, you know what, Hermione, you can handle that. I'm gonna go collect some drop loot. Alright, I guess I'll assist him again. Oh, wait, no, there's stuff. Okay. Okay, is everybody dead? Ermion, you done killing everything in sight? Where are you going? Get back here. Ermion? Ermion, you're being a pain in the ass. Get back here. Oh, I guess we're still fighting. Alright, fine. Time to kill everybody.
You'll never learn.
Well, there goes your heart. Well, evidently Ermion plans to just clear every living thing that's around here.
Come on.
And there goes your head. Alright, and Ermion's on his way to go kill the guards outside the gate. God damn it, Ermion, get back here. I'm supposed to talk to you. Oh, I have to talk to him outside of Lugos' territory. Alright. I guess we'll have a conversation with you when the place and time is right.
Come. We should not stay here.
Okay, can't talk to you yet. Isn't this town also Lugos' territory?
That's enough.
Wait. This one's really funny. What's the difference between a milk guardian and a drowner?
Ah, hee, ho, ho. Good joke. Alright, now we can talk?
Well, Geralt, I see no row can occur in Skellige without your participation.
Mean and inaccurate, Ermion. Seems to me I've missed quite a few.
The blood of Croc's blood sits upon the throne, and that is your doing. I'm afraid you've ignited a small civil war.
For ages, men had shed each other's blood in the quest for Skellige's crown. Politics as usual, just a difference of degree. Yet the bloody feast at Caer Trolda was different. It was dishonorable, treacherous, needed investigation. More Witcher's work. Work that culminated with the crowning of the Isle's new queen.
Yeah, that's how it happened.
So, Clan Drummond will attack sooner than we expected, it seems.
Thought Croc sent you to negotiate an agreement with Lugos.
Ha! An agreement? Only Croc believes such a thing possible at this stage.
Mean I didn't actually ruin things for you?
Not this time. Lugos' death stands to change a great deal. His cousin, who will now be named Jarl, is a weak commander. Stupid. This war will start soon, end even sooner. But why have you returned to Skellige?
Things and stuff. First, let me ask, how's Cerise?
How's Sarah's handling things?
As the makings of an excellent queen, if she would only flee her father's shadow. Everyone, Lugos excepted, declared their support for her. Yet the minute the Imperial fleet appeared on the horizon, the Jarl took matters into his own hands.
And Hjalmar?
And the lads led 3 raids against the Imperial fleet. all against Krak's will, all failed. Yet he'll find volunteers for another.
Yeah, sounds like Hjalmar. Listen, Ermion, know anything about the Sunstone? Legends place it somewhere in Skellige.
The mask of Urber's first, now the Sunstone. Monsters may rest easy. You've become a treasure hunter. I've never found the Enshe elves interesting. But there's a skald, Eyvind. He could help you. Once told me of some inaccessible caverns or ruins or some such.
Where will I find him?
Today? In Arnbjorn, doubtless. You might also ask the Pearl Divers, Erling and Matthias Fischlung. Of late, they hunt near the tip of the bay, eastern end.
That's a good name, Fischlung.
Fischlung? Interesting.
So they call him. Submerges for hours at a time. None know how he does it, but I've my suspicions.
Not too fond of him.
It's nothing personal. I couldn't stand his father or grandfather either.
Okay.
Thanks for your help.
One thing, Geralt. These caves are ruins. Matthias and Erling's ancestors would have looted them bare centuries ago were they not protected by some magic barrier. Take a sorceress with you. You must have brought at least one along.
Whole gaggle this time.
Gods protect us.
Talk to the bard. Talk to the pearl diver. Well, I guess the bard is closer. I don't know. What about him, buddy? Seems like he's in a bit of a panic. I have to go. Man, everything's far away. I guess I could run down here. Just trying to find the quickest fast travel route, so I'm not taking absolutely forever to get from location to location.
Is it true you got splattered by the castle seal? Were you there?
Alright. First matters first. Alright, so let's go there. Come on, loading screen. Come on, loading screen. There we go. Alright, so the bard is just over here someplace. There you go. See, Geralt, you can jump. What's up, dude?
Not now.
What you looking at?
Watching for Nilfgaard's fleet.
Fleet? Oh, aye, they mentioned something. Nay, I've more important matters on my mind. By my calculations, today's the day Gevorg, the legendary white whale, will swim the waters of Skellige.
Oh, yeah?
Been waiting for this my whole life.
What's this whale about?
He's to appear when specters descend from the heavens into the waves. The serpent wakes the sea's wrath, and an icy monster devours an isle. Be the first bard to compose a ballad about him.
Legends don't happen to mention a curse of the Black Sun, do they?
Black Sun? What are you on about?
Never mind.
How about a black hole sun?
Let's watch for Gevorg together. and you can tell me what you know about any elven ruins in Skellige. Heard of some cavern no one's been able to enter?
Good thing, too. Elsewise, they'd have plundered it long ago like all the others.
Oh no, no!
Can tell by your mug I was right. And to think, didn't take you for a looter at first.
I just want to look around the cavern.
Oh man!
Research?
I meant to tell him.
Writing a historical treatise on the Enshe elves, under Ermien's tutelage.
Ermien? Man never cared a whit about the elves of the mountains. I've seen through you, you conniver. Cut me to bits if you like. I'll never tell you about the cavern.
What? Now I feel bad. I meant to point out the whale and I hit the wrong button. God damn it. I don't think I've been quiet. I've been jabbering almost this whole time, except for when there's cutscenes. Unless my mic isn't working for some reason.
It's sure to be today. Yes, what is it?
Yeah, about that whale. Sorry. Oh, what's over here? Oh, we'll take that. Oh, you were gone. Yeah, just for like a split second, I thought that thing said say something, which is why I went to go click on it, and it said say nothing. And it was too late. I already hit the wrong button. I ruined that guy's chance to see the giant white whale. So you came back when I was quiet for like 20 seconds and freaked you out. No, it's funny because I was like, yeah, there's only been a couple people watching. Yeah, it's a lighthouse. Crap. Is that the closest one Yeah, I guess the lighthouse is as close as it gets. Do we run into wraiths again? Because that's what happened the last time we were at the stupid lighthouse. And the guy... Actually, I don't know if I... Oh. No, not wraiths. It's going to be... Oh, harpies. My favorite. And you're dead. Come on down, harpies. That's what you get for attacking poor innocent goats. Hey, you leave those bunnies and goats alone. Yeah. Albert says, make a song about your best sub. I think it'll make you famous. Why even point out where there's dead animals if I can't loot them? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And it's always the rabbits. I don't get it. You're definitely the most loyal sub, I'll tell you that much. Nobody else is on here like as often, man. In fact, I'd say you're the only consistent, like really consistent sub. And that's not knocking anybody else, you know, like if people are disinterested, that's fine. But, like I'll see other faces from time to time, but You are the one who's on here the most, dude. Goats! More goats. Alright, he's gonna be underwater, isn't he? No, 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 don't go off the cliff, you moron. Yeah, man, like I said, I'm glad you enjoy it. You know, it's always gratifying when you're doing a channel and you're doing your videos and stuff like that, and you know that there's people who are. And this is the thing, I appreciate that you're vocal about the fact that you enjoy it, because, like I said, it is gratifying knowing that, like, you're.
Must be the Pearl Diver's boat.
Yeah, it must be. But you know that you're doing that, and people are into it, and people are enjoying it. So what, do I get on his boat? Like, what am I supposed to do here? I have to find and talk to the Pearl Diver.
No way around it. Gonna have to dive. They call him Fish Lung for a reason.
Okay, gonna have to dive, but I don't know where the hell we're diving to. Oh, there he is. What's that? What's that? What's that? That was not worth it. Alright, we got to surface again. God damn it. Hey, what's going on? Goth boy click. I'm not gonna get used to that, Steven. Goth boy click. Oh, there's a tunnel. I never saw this. I dove around here before and I never noticed this. Alright. Oh, fish lung. Fish lung. Nope, that's not the sign I wanted to use. Oh, there he is. What's up, fish lungs?
Look, Erling, told you we wasn't done for the day. Didn't even have to fish this one out.
You daft. Can't you see he's a witcher?
What's a witcher doing here?
Stuff.
Never heard of Skelliger's looting fallen warriors. That a tradition? I mean, these are your own people.
You not advise? What do you mean, our own? These are Pharaoh scum.
Went after the black ones with 2 longships. Fish brains.
Plan to return the bodies to their families at least? I mean, once you're done.
They speak true. Mutants got nothing resembling refined sentiments. Look at them. You think their ever-loving mums and wifeys want to see them in this state? The sea will bury them.
And that's that.
Risking a lot.
Why? That a threat or something?
Don't need to worry about me. But I heard calls underwater. Monsters must have sensed blood.
I don't hear nothing.
Ordinary folk never hear these things till it's too late.
That's right. That's why we're a witcher.
We best
You're
get out
not.
of here, Matthias.
Listen, heard you know a thing or two about elven ruins in Skellige.
Who says?
Ermion.
You'll not tell him what you saw today, will you?
Depends.
Elven ruins, you say? What you want to know?
Druid mentioned some cavern you've never been able to enter. Where is it?
East of Cairtrold. In a cove you can only reach from the sea.
We got nothing else for you, so if you're done, we'd rather get back up top.
I'm done. And good idea.
How much want to bet I've already been in this cove that they're talking about? So after I lecture these guys about looting their friends and or their own people. Oh, speaking of monsters.
What? Lost your nerve?
And now you're all dead. Was it really worth it? Come on over, Drowner. Well, first of all, let me put the right oil on my blade. Okay, well, while he runs around doing whatever the hell he's doing, I'm going to go back up here and take the stuff. Hey, Drowner, come here. Dead. Not really anything. I mean, this is the end of the tunnel, so it's not like there's anywhere else to go. But maybe, just maybe, there'd be a little space to walk through, but nope. So out we go. And I definitely dove in these waters and swam around before because this ship right here had a treasure that I uncovered. Wasn't anything like really important, but alright, so what's the closest? Oops. What is the closest fast travel point? All the way back to the lighthouse. Alright, fine. What's up, random? Oh, bandits.
Come on.
Yeah, you guys suck. Not exactly the most threatening bandits we've ever encountered. You guys were pretty bloody weak. That is one of the funniest things when I'm playing this game, like, to me, like, I'll just be running around at random and encounter bandits. Sometimes I encounter bandits that are way higher level than me, although that's happening less and less now that I've gotten up in levels. But, like, I still will occasionally run into, like, oh, look, a level 5 bandits, and it's like, I practically breathe on them and they die. Yay. Glad I actually made that jump, because a lot of times when I go to jump across that bridge, what ends up happening is he dives into the water below. Let's get up to this. Come on, come on. You're almost there, Geralt. Don't run out of breath now. What? What, the one harpy that I didn't kill? Well, remedy that issue, right? Give me 1 second, guys. I'm talking to my son. That's why I'm muted.
Wembley.
Greetings. Looking to buy?
Show me your wares. So long.
Closer, stranger.
Heard the milk you were fighting yesterday.
Alright. Call one in myself, drifting on the plank. Promise me a gold ring to put on the shore.
Can you take pity on the salt flesh?
I know you can.
Tend to your own problems.
Well, once we were on shore, I stayed with you.
Vagrant.
A nordling?
Fire! I'd rather verify it now. Otherwise, I'll continue to wonder if he's not about to stab me in the back.
You have something of a persecution complex. You need to come with us. I haven't intended.
Smell a card.
Okay, well, as you guys can see, I fucked up. I did not mean to steal those Orens. I was talking to my son and I wasn't paying attention. Still won't leave me. Jesus! These guys will not back the fuck off. All I did was I literally took a couple of Orens. Alright, fine. I guess we're fighting. Didn't want to, but I guess now we are. They're probably going to kill me because they're way higher than me. That's fine. Kill. You know what? Kill me. Just strike me down. Use your anger. Strike me down. Alright. That's fine. God damn it. That was stupid. I've lost coin. Oh, that's all that happens? Oh, that's nothing. A messenger, hello. You have a message for me?
Stop your hollering.
I'm not even making any noise.
Hey there. Come
Hey.
take a gander.
Can I actually look at your wares?
Looking to buy?
There's a weird glitch that goes on where, like, I'll say, what do you have in stock?
Show me your wares.
And it won't go to this. And I don't know what the problem is. It doesn't happen with every merchant, but there's like a traveling merchant thing that it happens with pretty frequently. Alright, sell that. And that. And that. If nothing else, I'm at least getting rid of some excess weight. Okay. That's fine. See ya.
So long.
Oh, what's dead over here? Who are you guys? What happened here? Well, that's weird. Some random... Whoop. Bugs. Bees. I want the honeycombs. Yay. Yum. Incidentally, have you guys ever eaten raw honeycombs? Actually, really good. What's up, Ancrate guards? Guys who chased me and killed me. Man, they weren't fucking around. They were serious. Like we saw you take those coins. We are chasing you to the end of the earth. Or whatever planet this is.
Here, all solve their own problems.
Because clearly this can't be Earth.
Closer, stranger.
I mean, how could it be? It's got all. It's got its all. Its own like continents and stuff.
Vagrant.
Okay, give me 1 second, guys.
Vagrant.
Okay. Let's talk to Yennefer. Yennefer.
Going somewhere?
Ciri says there's a site in Skellige we must examine. Avalok's clearly hiding something from us.
You think?
Earlier, when we were in the Isles together, Avalok mentioned a laboratory. At one point, he wished to teleport there, to retrieve something. And he refused to take me with him. It was all very strange.
Sufficiently suspicious, don't you think?
So what? Want to just sneak in and root around?
Exactly. Coming with?
Fine. Where is it?
On a small isle between Undvik and Speakerog.
Not exactly on our way. Just found out the sunstone's on Ard Skellig. Cavern along the coast that we can only access from the sea. Gonna need some real magic to get in, too.
Go find this laboratory. I will explore Ard Skellig. You can join me later.
Philippa, your eyesight. Only just recovered and magically simulated. Didn't you say you'd need some time to get accustomed?
Did I?
And turn into an owl. No?
I'd forgotten how irritating she can be. Come, Ciri. We'll await you there.
That's right, because I hate portals. Okay, give me, actually, you know what, guys? I'm gonna wrap up this stream now, and I'll start another one in a few minutes. Gotta use the bathroom, or I'm gonna pee my pants. Plus, it's been an hour plus. So, yeah, anyway, thank you guys for watching. It's always good to see all you in the chat, and go back and forth and interact. It's always a good time. As always, if you're new to the channel and you haven't already, if you like what you see, feel free to subscribe, hit that notification button, do all that YouTube stuff. You guys know how this all works. At this point, YouTube is not new. You hear the same spiel from everyone. Like, share, subscribe, blah, 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 blah. Do what you want. If you like it, subscribe. That's all I'm saying. So, anyway, guys, thank you so much once again. And until the next one, which will be very soon. Peace.